We left Aspen this afternoon and we drove west straight for a while, and then all the scenery changed and we passed a bunch of canyons and we made it to the Colorado National Monument, which now on this side of Colorado it's next to the border with Utah, and it looks a lot more like Utah than what we saw in the Rocky Mountains. So this place is a canyon on the Colorado River from what I understand, and it looks a bit like Zion, honestly. Not exactly the same, but it's a similar environment, so we're gonna check that out. Apparently there's a scenic road for about 23 miles and then you get to some views. Here roaming, and I have very vague instructions for an Airbnb in this really huge canyon, and it's been an issue trying to find it. I input the GPS coordinates, that took me to the middle of nowhere. I'm calling the number, it's not getting picked up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
There's barely any signal around here. You have to be exactly in the little bit of civilization there is. And this general store is not even open here. But we also found another car looking for the same person in the same area for a room as well. So it's not clear how to check into it. But the host has a lot of good reviews, so it's not bogus. So the only thing that remains to do is drive back where the pin is that we have the little bit of a coordinate. Sure, it's beautiful here. Picked up on some other one down the road, but that one is also in the middle of nowhere. However, when you get to the other one, what you see is exactly what the picture has, but there is no room there. And so the only other remaining lead, actually we have two remaining leads. One is a guy was looking for the same person, and he just went somewhere over here. I don't know what he did. And so if we find him, maybe he knows something more by now. The other thing is that I did spot some road just earlier when we were down here, and there was a property there, and that's the last option that we can figure out around here. Yeah. They found themselves a little cabin and the way to it. It's unclear what we do. Is there an address here? Yeah, that's our address.
Oh.
That's it.
Alright then.
Barging. Do you have a tractor? No, we're rolling up to someone's house with no indication whose it is, if it's what we need. Or what?
Looks a little empty, but there's a sprinkler going.
There's a sprinkler and a tractor.
And no vehicle.
No vehicle, maybe she's looking for us.
Yeah. It's worth going up to it, I guess. It's the right address.
That is true.
We have good cause to be here.
Hello? Is anybody here? This is the big geography that I saw in the picture. A sprinkler indicates someone does live here. Maybe we proceed down the road because
I was thinking that, yeah.
This thing is good at...
Might be more stuff down there.
Yeah, let's see. There's more this way.
Yeah.
Hello. Are you Jody?
Yes.
Ah, we found you.
He's really nice. He just doesn't get out till dark if you like to on.
Okay.
Are you my Airbnb guest?
I am Martin, yes.
Martin,
Airbnb,
okay.
yes.
So, sorry, let me, I was just throwing some firewood out here, so let me turn around and take you back up to the house.
Okay.
and then I'll show you around real quick.
Okay. So we figured this place out and it's actually amazing, even though it's hard to find.
Right down there.
We were told this hill there gives you a supreme vista, which we're gonna use for sunset right now. And the storm is going that way, so there's some showers remaining in the air. We climbed up here and no joke, it's one of the best views. And especially with these clouds now, because of the storm. This is what we're seeing right here. There's no civilization in sight other than some RV there, which I think is also a guess. It was definitely an adventure finding it, but once you find it, it's enchanting. How's it going?
Got quite the chorus in here.
There are crickets with us in the room, so it's gonna be a all-night chorus. Hopefully it's actually soothing and makes you sleep instead of waking you up all night.
There are worse insects. It could be worse. We've had worse, actually. We've had the whole army of ants come through in the middle of the night.
We've also had leeches in the shower.
Yes, we've had leeches. We've had a frog in the shower, in fact. A little tiny frog, so... Yeah, we're a little used to rustic. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah, it's right up here.
Oh.
One of them is.
This is yet another reason to always travel with earplugs. Because you never know what kind of sounds there might be. You hear that, right? It just stopped. They're so random. Oh.
Or they can scream all night.
I don't know. We're gonna find out. That's a nice sound. Well, it goes for a while.
Wow.
That's cool. Maybe if you do that, they'll be quiet.
Can do like a Tai Chi master. Make a slow dance. Mavic Pro 2. We woke up in the middle of the canyon and we're leaving our rustic Airbnb right now, and even though Utah is right over the hills there, we have to go around a bunch to get to Moab, so we still have a lot of canyon driving ahead of us, so let's see how that goes. Should be quite interesting. We're traveling in a canyon along the Dolores River, and this is some of the most remote and isolated empty places we've seen on this trip, and it's in western Colorado. I guess this part of the USA never saw any development almost. Early on some Spanish explorers came, but it was so far from Mexico and the rest of their empire, so they didn't do much here. And then some mining was attempted, but it looks like abandoned shortly. And over here you can see some crazy tracks hanging off the edge of the canyon down there. It was longer in the past, but they were trying to haul something out of the mountains, and it was soon after abandoned, and it looks like after that nothing was ever done here. It's a beautiful place and almost completely empty of human development. Everyone is politely waiting to take a picture. Very nice.
Yeah.